8 count Charleston step is going to include rock, step, kick, hold, kick, step. We're going to give it a little bit more oomph as we do the second kick, and it's going to pull us out of it. So the 6 count Charleston looks like this. Rock, step, kick, step. And so I use this forward kick and then pull it directly backwards, and then I can start again. So that gives me a clean 6 count, and I use this second kick as my, very similar to like a fallen off a log, right? Yeah. Where you use the energy to change the direction, right? We're doing the same thing here. Okay. So we can try this. We go 5, 6, 7, and rock, step, kick, step, forward, back. Yes. Kick, step, kick, step. Exactly. Now I will tell you, this is a perfectly leadable step. You can do this with most followers, even if they have not done it before. But the question is how? How does it actually work? How are you able to lead it? Yeah? Now I'm going to ask you a question here. You might have thought about it before, but maybe not. How does the follower know that you're doing a kick? Or even better, how does the follower know they're supposed to do a kick?
I'm sure that's the message is sent out through the connection and through the bounce, I guess.
That's the method, right? But what is actually being said?
I use it a lot of time, but I don't know how to do it. So that's just I don't know how to do it.
I cannot advocate strongly enough. This is why it's so important for leaders to learn to follow as well, so that you understand what's going on in the other person's body. Because understanding how your follower's body works and what signals they're responding to gives you a lot of power and a lot of resources in your own movement. Okay? So different instructors have different philosophies on this one, but mine is all about continuous movement. And so the idea is that if I start moving forward, then I have inertia, and I want to keep moving forward. But it's not just that, it's that each part of my body has inertia. Yeah. So if I'm walking forward, and then like put your hand up just like this, you're going to block my chest, right? Now if I'm walking forward, I still have this energy in my arms that flows forward. Well, the same thing is actually true of my kicks. So put your hand up again, and if I walk into it, pop, instead of being able to take a step, then my foot is positioned forward, and it causes me to take a kick. So the feeling that your partner has that makes them want to do a Charleston step or a Charleston kick is that you are creating energy forward or backward and then blocking it before they can take a step. Okay. But because it gets blocked in their own body and not in their legs, the legs continue to move forward.
And it goes forward, yes.
Yes. So this is the principle of actually leading and following Charleston kicks, is that you separate out the legs from the rest of the body and only block part. And so then you can feel this movement, rock, step, woo, kick, right? And that allows you to also redirect it from here, because we then decide after the kick, where does the energy go? So let's take a normal 8 count Charleston, right? And when we do an 8 count Charleston, rock, step, kick, then what happens? Where's the next step?
No, under the body.
Under the body. I actually like to go forward. So for me...
It's just a small step.
Absolutely. It's a very small step. It is, however, just for me, it's a little bit forward, right? Rock, step, kick, step. And I'm actually using the other foot here. So you can actually see the way that I'm using this foot. Rock, step, kick, step. Okay. Right? And that causes my body to go forward, but more importantly, because it's not just about my steps, if I'm connected to my partner, when I move forward, they feel it. And all of a sudden my partner, my follower, has to come with me into the step. Yeah? So I have this feeling here of going forward, then I can change the direction. And so in a normal Charleston, after the forward kick, I have this stabilizing feeling of, yeah, we're just going to stay here and hold this position. And when you feel the body moving backwards, that takes the next step. But on a 6 count, it happens much sooner. Rock, step, kick, step, forward, pull. And so all of the energy that drives my partner, or drives me backwards, by pushing off the floor and moving backwards, takes my partner with me. And then my follower is able to immediately connect, oh yeah, hey, I can't stay forward here because my connection to my partner is moving straight backwards.
Okay, but it should start before the kick. So you start to move backward and the kick is doing on itself.
Kind of, but that's not 100% accurate because we have to think as well that there is energy used to stop the motion. So the kick is where you actually hit the brakes, right?
Okay.
You're moving forward and you have to slow down. And so as you slow down, right, there's that energy already being transferred into my partner to say, hey, stop moving forward, right? Just like hitting the brakes in a car requires energy to be able to stop the car, your partner has to feel that. After the kick, then I can pull it backwards. But it all comes from the same place. The part of your body that is creating the energy, that is the engine of this movement, is right where your toes hit the floor. And so it is actually your ankles and the power from the ball of your foot and your toes that both block the motion and redirect the motion. Yeah. So you might have felt that before of wanting to push with your toes to change the direction, right? And that's where it comes from. But this is true forward and back as well. Yeah. So if we do a 6-count Charleston, then we'll feel that not just hitting the brakes, but then restarting the energy in reverse very quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. Yes. Da, da, 5, 6, bump, shot, da. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Okay?
So there's more energy in this left foot than in the normal kick step.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Because the normal Charleston step allows you to do this slowly. And so you don't have to, like you hit the brakes and then you build the energy, but it happens over more time, right? You've got the whole last half of it. Here, it all happens inside 2 beats.
Yes.
So double the speed, right? 2 beats instead of 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so you can actually feel as you're just practicing this solo, like if my partner is attached to my hip, then after this kick, when I'm here, the next step, this would be 1, 5, this would be 6, count 6, right? Am I actually holding this position and like bouncing down? Is the energy straight down, or is the energy down and back? And if the energy is down and back, your partner knows that that's a 6 count, right? So let's just try to mix these up. Let's do an 8 and then a 6. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. You want to try it with me?
Sure.
5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, ready? 5, 6. Now, here's the thing. You can use even more power from the floor. So I want to show you something more. Okay? I'm going to stand right here.
Okay.
Now you walk backwards. Walk right through me. Backwards.
Okay.
Stronger. Stronger. There you go. There you go. Try not to lose your posture, right? We don't want it to be like leaning backwards. We want it to be walking backwards.
Okay.
Yeah? So walk backwards like really strong. Yes. Good, okay? So now you're going to press on me for a second. I want to show you something. Okay? This is the feeling of me using my weight and gravity to control the movement. Okay?
Okay.
I don't weigh very much, do I?
No.
No. This is the feeling of me actually using my ankles, right? I'm sliding on the floor, right? But you could feel how much more power was there.
To keep.
Exactly. That's right here. That's the toes pushing off the floor. And you can see as well, like, one more time. So push me. And now just step away or drop your hands whenever you want. Right? This is not me falling over backwards. This is my actually just driving backwards, right? And so the force is still like a normal, powerful walk.
Okay.
Yeah? So try one more time. Walk backwards and show me really strong. Nice. Good. Oh, I feel that way stronger. Now I'm like, again, and stay stable now, right? I'm sliding back as you're pushing. Good.
Okay.
Okay? So, let's do just the last part of the 6-count Charleston. So we have the inside foot up, kick, and now push off the left foot and go back. Boom. Yeah. Just like that. Do the 6-count, the whole thing. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even more. Use your ankles. Bunch. A little too early, right? You're doing one more bounce, so let's, like right after, we just kick, push.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, kick. Yes! Exactly. You see, there's no way as a follower that I can ignore the fact that my body is being brought backwards, not without completely losing all of the connection that we have. So it winds up being very solid. Yeah? So that gives us a lot to think about with our feet, that gives us a lot to think about with our ankles and our knees and our hips, how all of these pieces work together in order to create steps that are very powerful, very dynamic, and very clear to our partners so they feel what's going on, right?
Yes.
So you can mix up steps, and it's really fun with a partner to just start holding like the position here and saying, hey, I'm going to kick back, I'm just going to kick forward, I'm going to mix it up, I'm going to change my directions after the kicks. This is all very much leadable.
Yes, but you have to do it, you have to be sure what you are doing, because if you are not sure, then how the follower can know what you are doing.
The plight of a leader, you know, like, yeah, we always have to be able to think a little bit ahead and know what the feeling is, because wherever we go, it takes a little bit of pressure in some part of our body or against the floor to be able to redirect us or give us the right feeling for the movement, right? This is one of the big differences between the nature of leading and following, which is that followers have to stay very much in the moment, right, and feel what the leader is leading. If the follower tries to think about what the next step is going to be, it's too hard to guess, you know, it's too hard to be right. Yeah, you never know. Different leaders lead completely different things out of different steps, so it's hard to have a pattern, right? But for leaders, we have to think into the future. Right? Leaders are always thinking like, you know, at least through the next step where it's going to end up. So yeah, you know, you always have to prepare in that feeling. Okay?
Yes, you have to plan forward.
Exactly.